a lot of horror movies have indicated what these beings want. They want a chance to live and thrive and almost in some ways possess us. So this message is for all the light workers who are literally, by the way, I'm not here to scare you today with this, but I think I just wanted to open up a dialogue about how to coexist with this astral plane that's not going anywhere, right? It's a part of what we're also connected to. It's a part of our origin, and as we are of source, we are also part of it too. That I will go to a spiritual retreat, or I will go to a guided meditation, and the facilitator, who is amazing, usually, they'll touch on the astral plane, but then they'll kind of just say, but we're gonna stay away from that. Like, okay, you just basically said, look at all these books, don't look at that one. Whatever you do, don't open that book. Okay, I want to open the book. I want to open the book. So I'm opening the book today.
Awakening hearts across the stars. We travel galaxies wide.
Welcome to the Uncaged Mindset Podcast, where we talk all things spiritual awakening and offer some tools to live an amazing life here on this time-space reality. My name is Charles Chudabala, and today's topic might be a little heavy. And I am excited to present this topic because it's something that I've been wanting to talk about and learn more about. And so as I present this topic on this episode today, I'm also learning along with all of you. And this topic is the astral plane. We're going to talk about the astral plane. We're going to be talking about should we avoid the astral plane? Why it's important to maybe tap into the astral plane? What even is it? And why is it connected and or important to our work as light workers, as people on the ascension and spiritual awakening path? All right, so we've got a lot to get into today. But before we do, please take a minute and smash that subscribe button and that like button so that we can share this message with as many people as possible. We are building a community of light and everyone is invited. Yes, everyone is. So thank you for joining me today. All right, so let's get into it. What is the astral plane? I am going to look at my notes because I do have some notes with me today. And the astral plane, in a nutshell, is what I like to describe as the spirit world. Okay. Others may describe it as, a space, in the 3D matrix, that is kind of like beyond the grids. I like to just give a simple definition of it as the spirit world. It's beyond the earth plane. It's the realm of souls, the kingdom of souls. And it's the astral. So it's not like it is existing in the highest universal heart, where we go to sometimes in our meditation when we are maybe activated with our light bodies. For those of you who've done a Merkaba light activation, you might know what I'm talking about. This kind of exists in a parallel world, the way that I understand it, akin to being able to see a psychic medium or to use your medium channeling abilities and get messages from the astral plane. Okay, so why is the astral plane important? All right, and I like to say that on the spiritual path, as we start unlocking our gifts, be it through our diet, be it through meditation, through unlocking the third eye chakra, maybe a spiritual retreat, or just really, really doing your shadow work, we will find that gaining messages from the beyond, gaining messages is part of our work here. Channeling and receiving messages is part of our work here. As light workers, as star seeds, as beings who have a contract to be here to do some learning or to do some good out here, who have a contract to change the world in some place, we're here to use the tools and really expand and open up our gifts. And as your gifts open up, you will start to receive messages, most likely from the astral plane. Okay? I think that there is a huge benefit to that. Absolutely. Because there is so much healing that happens. And I keep bringing up the example of mediumship. And I have my own experiences with mediumship, providing mediumship work, as well as receiving mediumship work. And it's been so healing for me, to the point where I have a sense of completion, completion with a certain period of my life, that it just sounded better coming from that dearly departed family member of this lifetime. Just sounded way better coming from them. And they gave me all the confirmation that I needed, right? Now, there are entities that exist in the astral plane as well that we really want to avoid, right? And or are not ready to interact with. There are both benevolent and malevolent beings in the astral plane. And some may call them dark energies. Some might call them demons. And then there are also just extraterrestrials that don't have the same, the best intentions for you. They're trying to plant a seed of trickery in some way. And if you're not ready or prepared or protected, and doing your own energetic hygiene on a daily basis to protect yourself, or diving in when you're not ready, which is also happening a lot, I see in the spiritual community, is you will be under spiritual attack. You will be vulnerable to these energies who want to harness your energy, your magic, let's say your essence, and leave you as a shell, right? They're feeding on your essence because they don't have the gift of a body out here. They don't have the gift to be able to walk in both worlds as we do, right? For those of us who are ascending, we have the ability to tap into other timelines as well, right? But we also have this corporeal body that we're gifted with, thank you, Mother Gaia, to be able to spread that light and love and message and do our work here, right? I mean, movies really, art imitates life. Really, a lot of horror movies have indicated what these beings want. They want a chance to live and thrive and almost in some ways possess us. So this message is for all the light workers who are literally, by the way, I'm not here to scare you today with this, but I think I just wanted to open up a dialogue about how to coexist with this astral plane that's not going anywhere, right? It's a part of what we're also connected to. It's a part of our origin, and as we are of source, we are also part of it too. Because I have found too many times that I will go to a spiritual retreat, or I will go to a guided meditation, and the facilitator, who is amazing, usually, always amazing, I've been very gifted with amazing mentors, they'll touch on the astral plane, but then they'll kind of just say, but we're going to stay away from that. Like, okay, you just basically said, look at all these books, don't look at that one. Whatever you do, don't open that book. Okay, I want to open the book. I want to open the book. So I'm opening the book today. So yeah, there are negative energies that you may encounter. And this is the point that I wanted to get back to, is this overzealous eagerness when you are on the path, when you are awakening. You just want to know and get your hands on as much information as possible. This is the part of the awakening process that does excite me. The negative symptoms I could totally do without, but I know they're part of the process. But that excitement, that craving for knowledge is so much fun. I love it. But it also creates in us leaping before we're ready to even walk. Running a marathon before we've even learned to crawl. And that is the pitfall that we as light workers and people on the ascension path go through. I have close friends of mine, multiple friends of mine, who have been gifted with the ability to astral project. And for those of you who don't know what that is, think of it as like leaving your body in the middle of the night and being able to see and hover over your body to travel to the other room, to the living room, to travel to the next neighboring city, and to even go even higher, right? But if you are not an accomplished traveler or an accomplished astral projector, or are going without your protection, you can fall prey to either getting stuck for a while in the astral plane, which causes this very scary thing called sleep paralysis. Ooh, I'm getting chills right now even talking about it. I've had sleep paralysis before. I haven't had it in at least, I want to say 7 years now, at least. In the last episode, I make sure that I just make sure I don't sleep with the blankets over my face ever again, because when I can't move, that freaks me out. And your body is just simply stiff and you cannot move. Comment below if you ever had sleep paralysis. Comment below what that experience was like for you. How are you managing that? Are you still living with it? I'd love to hear from all of you. But that is one of the I don't mind saying horrible, awful, very, very negatively weird side effects, unpleasant side effects of the astral plane and going before we're ready. Okay. Another side effect of the astral plane is when you are waking up with a major headache, waking up feeling completely drained and exhausted, and another sign that you may have experienced an entity trying to latch onto you in the astral plane is this sudden lack of motivation for your sense of purpose. Okay, please note, please do not confuse this with like a low-grade depression or a chronic depression or general anxiety. This is an overnight type of thing that I'm talking about. I'm talking about you woke up one day very excited to run your business as you have for the last 5 years, taking meetings, expanding your business. It's the thing that fuels you. You wake up the next day and you don't even want to touch it. And it's a different kind of burnout. It's a very confusing burnout because you are the type of person that's been taking care of yourself and you don't know why you're burnt out. People tell you to just tough it up and just, power through, and you just can't. You don't know what's going on. And you feel almost like you're gaslighting yourself in some way, but that could potentially be a sign that you've tapped into the astral plane. Some energies and entities or demonic energies might have tried to hitch a ride back with you, right? So that they can not just feed on you, but feed on everyone else out here, okay? I know this is getting a little dark, a little scary, but please, we are surrounded by the divine light in this conversation, and it's an important one to have. And the reason I know that is because Spirit is telling me to talk about this today. I don't know why, but we're probably getting ready for something big right now. I'm going to be making a video exposing Hollywood, exposing the music industry, exposing the industry in general. And literally, like, it shouldn't come as a surprise to you, but there's a lot of disclosure happening right now. But Spirit is telling me that this is an important video, and I'm wondering if those things are connected. If having psychic protection, spiritual protection is of more importance now more than ever. And I think it is. Okay, the last thing I want to leave you guys with today in this episode is, so then how do we protect ourselves from the negative side effects of the astral plane? All right, I'm spending time talking about the negative, right? There are positive things to traveling, right? If you are an accomplished traveler, if you know how to protect yourself, if you have very, very carefully opened up your third eye chakra, not too quickly, but gradually, right? You've opened up all your other chakras, you're eating right, you're making sure that your spirituality is first and foremost, it's been gradual, then you're pretty much going to be okay, all right? But for those of us who are still on the path and are still trying to get the hang of the gifts that emerge at different times, not all at the same time, still trying to figure out our eating habits, still trying to figure out our daily meditation routines, all of it all. And processing the information and the downloads as they come, you really want to have a very good relationship with your spirit guides, your spirit mentors, and your angels, okay? Your guardian angels. These are the words that I use. Use your own words. And this is apart from the physical, right? You might be part of a group where you do have a physical spiritual mentor that you've known for years. You work with them. Maybe they're your counselor, and they can help guide you, right? But there is a point of the road that they cannot walk with you on, and that is the role of your angels. And they are so delighted to work with you, okay? If you are working with your guides on a daily basis, then you should have no problem going into the astral as needed, right? To get those messages and coming back with some mind-blowing truth for the people that need to hear it. But for those of us who are still developing a relationship with our spiritual mentors, our spiritual guides, our spirit guides and angels, keep that relationship going. Call out to them on a daily basis. One of the ways to work with them, because they want to work with you so bad, is ask for like one thing a day, and start small. And that's how you develop your connection with them. So for example, it could be as small as, I'm going to need one good parking spot today, but please make it a parking space that I get, that I know it's coming from you, that I know that this has been revealed because my angels are working with me to create that parking space, and watch. It may not be the parking space that's right in front of the store, but it may be a parking space that somehow is right next to the same color van and the same color year that was the van that you used to ride when you were 14 years old. That was the van that your family had, right? It's like, whoa, like every day, ask, and they will present to you if you're open to receive. Make sure that you are surrounding yourself with that golden angelic light. Ask for their divine guidance as you go and travel in the middle of the night. And it's perfectly fine, light workers, to simply say before you go to bed, I don't want to travel. I don't want to travel tonight. I know that you have other work for me. I know that you're trying to get me to work, and I know that I signed a contract too, to do some extra work, even in my sleep. But tonight I need the night off. That's perfectly fine too. Your angels and guides will intercede, okay? Or support you if that is a night that you need to travel. And they'll make it gentle, and they will protect you from all those entities that you don't need to be interacting with, okay? So I know I left you with a lot of information today, and I want to encourage you guys to start this conversation, to keep this conversation going in the comments section. Have you interacted with the astral plane that you can remember? Did you ever write down in a dream journal a dream that you had, but you knew that it was something different? It wasn't a regular dream. It might have been you interacting in the astral plane, and you're coming back to process some of that, right? What you wake up with, some of this guilt, some of this burden that you're feeling on your shoulders may not be yours at all. It may be something that you just need to cleanse and clear that day. And by the way, it is clearable and cleansable, okay? Do not think for a moment that if an entity is latched onto you, that you cannot banish that immediately, all right? But you have to stay vigilant and awake with the awareness of not falling into that trap, not falling into that fear, and just saying, oh my God, like my light body and my angels are so much more powerful than you, and be gone right now. With that being said, I did surround this podcast episode today with Metatronic shields of protection. So all the words, all of the energy that you guys are pouring into listening to this episode is completely protected, and it's growing exponentially as we are in this new age of Aquarius, doing things as a group, as a collective. And I'm so excited to send this message out to you all today. What are your thoughts on the astral plane? What are your thoughts, your comments? Please leave a comment below, and help each other in the comment section on ways that you can interact with it or not, or protect yourself before you are going for that travel. All right, everybody. With love and light, be well on your journey. Thank you for listening today to the Uncaged Mindset Podcast.